are the champions of Africa.
In entertainment and simple tourism with plenty other issues.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride. It's going to be day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
Every weekday on Slick Television, Channel 37, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tune in and stay informed like never before.
The Today Show, only on Slick Television.
Hello, Patrick Salia here. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Today Show live from Slick Television on Channel 37 and also on the Facebook page Slick TV and website slicktv.com. Also on the other social media handles. Today we look at the issue of the best electoral system with its saloon between the proportional representation district block versus the first past the post, simple majority, or the other systems which generally Sierra-Leoneans are used to or are accustomed to. We'll talk to the lawmakers where more or less people go say they feel them the most. And we'll talk to other people as well where they conduct election. But quickly first though, we motivational message for you here today. It say, a nation's progress is not just shaped by how leaders are elected, but by how every citizen feels seen, heard, and fairly represented in the decisions that shape their future. That's not the progress we then say they shape democracy. They say a nation's progress is shaped by not how only they elect a leader, but how every citizen they see, hear, and get fair representation in every decision we get to do with the future of the country. After the break, join me as we go into the nitty-gritties, spicing up into all the angles of this conversation or public discourse already about which electoral system best fits saloon, PR system or district block, or the simple first past the post.
Man them. This na boys. Usai man and they put all thing at table from Pantap to Godo. Inside boys, we know they hide behind with shadow at all. We real and this time na all but we.
Every woman first, let me start that, always they look for a successful man. So likewise, majority of the men also they look for a successful woman.
We can't talk about we hustle and we dey fair money.
When you elect somebody, you first of all get for take care of whatever you elect. Make them a priority.
We relationship and waiting people they expect from we man them.
You know, women are more emotional than men. If you start them, where you enjoy them, you go they come.
This not a side where we just they can't talk. This na brotherhood. Na side for let you see and feel waiting they really mean for B-boy picky.
Sex is intimacy.
This na boys. So come na the bar, grab a chair, buy a drink, let we talk, chill and vibe. Cause this na boys who side where they shake the table.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Are you ready?
6 mil beat.
You know I again, I'm the only set. I still a breathe, but all the man is sky for sees me bread. Not so you were honest, go make her feel say you fearful. You type tiger to me.
I mix off pasta bro, they make I bend. I been shit like that bench, we then dish for bed. This na funeral term. Me name is Sayumot, get for sour like lem. You pretend, before you say me name, I hope you get you defense.
Let there be lights and the world come with victory. The one for chase the king, but I kill and above him. Hope you are the best, well you don't meet you worse. For come against me, now you depth you don't trust. You know the able to the crown, me load not the 58.
I dey talk a mass ago, if that breeze sky fan, I waiting on my tower. Long high body, head big like Kailondo. Now me left for a molling baby where you know. Got the talk shots for him, but for Gonado, now they talk soft, sir.
Mamuda you dey do. The money na for pack am. I want son I will let the balance I go bank am. Na more skin dey suck we make your skin dey yeri. Been a jogama, I see boyama. I need Cali locks in a bring me.
Because for rappers beside Sam, a big chap and it's PIUT they go next time at ski slap. Nothing on the boiler, catch you like an ass, water pot at the beggar. All the baby them are the knock Mr. Fella.
You don't tire for yeri boku talk with no substance or sweet talk with plenty lie inside. Then now, na the term for strip the headlines bare and tell the story just like it is. Brutally Frank goes where others won't, exposing the real stories behind the headlines.
We tackle issues of maximum importance to the growth of Sierra Leone, from politics to the economy, agriculture, education, health, and tourism.
By serving as your voice in asking the why, where, how, and when questions to the people them we responsible. This na Brutally Frank.
This is Brutally Frank. Showing every Sunday at 7 p.m. on Slick TV, channel 37,
and streaming live on our Facebook page and official website.
After the 2023 elections, some misunderstanding may take place about accepting the outcome of the elections or not, or which way for go. And then there came an intervention by the international community for set up a committee where they called tripartite. Three parties, the government, the main opposition, the APC, will be disgruntled about the election or the outcome of the elections. And then the international community also formed part of that committee there. Then developed over 80 recommendations. About 84 we had initially, but was trimmed down to just 80 recommendations where they finally arrive at. That could probably be trimmed further down based on how they therefore continue with the consultation processes where they go on right now by the tripartite secretariat steering committee, where Ngolo Kata the head. So right now, among those 80 recommendations, one of them gets to do with the type electoral system where best fits Salone, between the district block proportional representation or first past the post. But how did they arrive at this decision for which at these 80 recommendations we include this district block or first past the post electoral system? Now listen to Almami Kamara, Almami Lai Kamara, we're the communication specialist for the tripartite secretariat on the processes that don't arrive at so far and waiting next they never do.
We at the Secretariat now for coordinates the implementation of that recommendation day. You know, the reports, the tripartite reports, contain 80 recommendations. 79 of those recommendations, they're under implementation. The number 80 of the recommendations already get to do with the setting up of the Secretariat, where they established so now, where they coordinate the implementation of the recommendations there. And we all work now for implement the recommendation because the recommendations there, not to we make them, not to the Secretariat creates them. Their recommendations here now the creation of government of Salone and the main opposition APC party. Now then create all them, now then be sit down and write their recommendations there. So we all work now for implement them, just as it did. Salone don't they use first past the post system or proportional representation. Now then say, make the people and decide whose system then go one for use by the election. Is it first past the post or proportional representation? So forget this decision from the public with all almost 10 consultations them, with all about 4 and 5 on here. We get for do the EMBs them, that are election management bodies and ONM security sector, interreligious council, all registered political parties, including the main opposition party, and then with an expert panel consultation will happen at Freetown. Now don't go to the region. We also talk to all the regions. Now Northwest region, we get consultation day, South, East, and then we get one na Western Rural, we na Waterloo. So we don't consult here at all. Just for go continue for take this decision about us electoral system, we go continue for use per election. So ultimately they do the consult, they ask people, ask questions, ask opinion, involve the public, involve the people, since now the decision what they decide upon now in the secretariat go work with. You understand? And just like how they try for do the thing we get for do with the electoral system. Now so the recommendation say on a whole national dialogue, on a whole national conversation on this subject matter. So it means to say bring salon people all put them at one place and talk to them. Some not going for calm, but they go do write an opinion on the subject matter, go do an opinion piece or position paper. CSOs then, some part them, we don't do position paper. Now, so other professional bodies then go do also paper on this subject matter. So all of them paper then and then consultations then the outcome of them we go put them together and write one big document. You know, where we will take forward to say, now these salon people and say they want. Now, the tripartite report, now in creates this office. So not only the office creates the tripartite report or do the tripartite report. So we all know we take part by the development of the report. So the report, we meet and it don't fix. So the secretariat now they can implement the report or can coordinate the implementation of the report. So not whether we want them or we not want them. Now so it don't fix. So we now can implement or coordinate the implementation of all what's inside the report. So we coordinate the implementation of them.
Almamilai Kama, the communications experts at the Tripartite Secretariat, where they steer this entire process. Shortly later in the show, we will listen to some other stakeholders in the governance system of Salon, the paramount chief, and then the APC and SLPP secretariats. We will listen to them also later shortly in the show. And also listen to the one way they conduct elections themselves, the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. We will talk to Raymond George in this conversation. But right now, let's talk to the one them where eventually this entire process we Almamilai Kamara explain about go get for end up to the members of parliament, the one that will they elect for make law them for we and represent we as Sierra Leoneans at the House of Legislature. I welcome Honorable Quintin Salia Kone from the SLPP Parliament, the deputy spokesman, the acting spokesman for the SLPP in Parliament. And I also get Honorable Ben Alpha Mansari, the deputy spokesman for the APC, Your People's Congress, in a member of parliament from Moyamba district, whereas Honorable Quintin, a member of parliament from Kailaun district. Gentlemen, welcome. Honorables, welcome to the show.
Pleasure for the again.
Yes. Fortunately, when I also come, Honorable Quintin Salia Kone, you come first as an independent member of parliament in 2018, correct? Under first past the post system, correct?
Sure.
And now in 2023, you came in under SLPP, under the district block PR system. Now, you beat even the SLPP at their stronghold as an independent candidate at the time. And now we get this conversation about whether a district block or first past the post we need. Which way for you, for example, from your experience, before we can now to eventually now this entire process get for end on the desk as MPs or lawmakers?
Which way?
Your experience in the first place. You benefited from both systems. The first past the post and the district block system. For you, which one preferably you go at?
Thank you very much. If you ask me, you know, one thing about us serving the country at this point, we know they look at ourselves. They look at the country, we know the bigger picture. So if I say I want to look at myself, I will be tempted for say, okay, let me take the first past the post because I benefit from it.
It beats even SLPP?
Yes.
Now they own stronghold?
Yeah, well, that's what happened at the time. Yeah. So I will be tempted for say, yes, I want FPTP when I first pass the post. But you know, for development purposes, you don't get for look at what they benefit you as an individual. you get for look at waiting will serve the people of the country in the most efficient way. That is what we have to look at. We get for move beyond that scope of looking at ourselves, even though they say the law of nature say thyself first. But again, a true leader looks at the bigger picture, looks at making other people happier. So if you ask me, I go choose the district block proportional representation method. Again, lot of reasons. Yeah, lot of reasons. There is no absolute situation. I will say that for free. I know they say the district block proportional system is absolute in itself. Like I go say excellent. No, it gets in downsides. Just like the first past the post, it gets in your advantages, it gets the downside of them. But you get to look at the proportion, the magnitude of advantages we get on the nation. You know, they look at the absoluteness. Because if you say they look at the absoluteness, we all know, say, everything absolute has a problem. When you get sense too much, there is a downside of it. When you get money too much, there is a downside. When you pour too much, there is a downside. When you lambook too much, there is a downside. When you eat too much, there is a downside. When you're hungry too much, there is a downside. These are all examples of absolute situation. So I totally condemn absolute situation in life. When you look at proportion, that makes a perfect combination of mix. And that is why Mifi say the PR system is the best for Sierra Leone. Now we get for look at the advantages we get. Now with the PR system, because currently what we are benefiting from, myself and the honorable member on the side of the APC, is the PR. Yeah. And I will tell you, so the advantages we PR bring to the current dispensation of this parliament, this 6th parliament, you realize when within the media landscape, the participation of women in parliament, or the presence of women in parliament years back has never been significant as this one. So you realize the FBTP, whether the first past the post, be the limit the involvement of women, right? Because with the proportional representation, the strategy is deliberate. It is about the listing system. So if a political party wishes for, say, okay, I want youth involvement at this proportion, I want women the involvement at this proportion, I want the aged at this proportion, you definitely have it. So you realize with that combination of listing, now we even get more than the 30% what women they ask for in parliament. We have more than 30% just because of this PR system.
Is it as a result of the PR system or the GUI Act?
What? The PR. Because it was deliberate. It was deliberate that women, for every selection, out of every constituency selection, 30% of the enlisted.
Yes, that's as a result of the GUI Act, not as a result of the PR system.
The PR is part of it because it gives way. You cannot kill the PR because let me tell you, when you look at how the PR is being done, especially the model what they use, when are the listing method, yeah, the listing method gives the parties the free hand to choose their team. Yeah,
it might not be the best person. They might not be the best people.
Well, you can't say that. It can possible say yes. Then make us say the PR might not be absolute. It might not be absolute in itself, but they will look at the bigger picture. We have been saying we want women to be part of the development process.
So one woman, or whether they want you as Honorable Quintin Salia Kone, might not have been the best choice of the people, but are the best choices of the party.
There is never a best choice. Even with the first past the post, when it was constituency based, yeah, we saw the downside of the constituency base. Because what did happen before now with the first past the post, who said the constituencies now then get for choose the young leaders. It was expected that if the constituency people they choose the young people, yes, they will choose direct selection. Yeah. Then they go to choose the one where they resonate with them, the one where they feel say go appeal or go listen to their concerns. Yes. That is the idea. But you find out for most of those places, what used to happen, some of the delegates, they take decisions when not they reflect the communities where they represent. And you find out that there are a lot of spikes across different constituencies. A lot of spikes because the executives, maybe they take some of those decisions, not be they listen. We see situations who say people they come up from abroad, they stay the whole time. The honorable member Denaya, they do the little things. Then the 11th hour, somebody count a huge amount of money, sweep everybody, and that somebody goes off. So now that make us say there is never an absolute situation, but we look at the magnitude of the advantages it has on the people. Now, if you look at what will happen, we'll get a situation, Osai, if you are not APC or SFPP, you never enter the parliament. It used to happen. You cannot enter except under significant impact. But with the PR, you know, and one thing where people they need to understand waiting at this PR, you know, your total vote for be proportionate to the number of seats where you they get. As opposed to the first past the post, if you beat somebody say by 1 vote, in absolute sense, that somebody is giving the constituency. Forgetting about the significant 45 or 49% way go down in that constituency. But just because that somebody don't get 51, the other one don't get 49, the impact of the lesser when a 49, and let us know that 49% is a significant amount in any community. But if the first past the post does say, if I beat you say by 1 vote, I have the constituency, then what is going to happen? The views of that 49%, they go down the drains. And not be noticed. That was the downside of the first past the post.
But the PR system takes care of
that.
The
PR takes care. And that is why, if you watch what is happening now, we get certain constituencies, we get 2 honorable members. One from the APC, one from the SFPP. And what that brings is efficiency and effectiveness.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, we'll come to that shortly. Honorable Ben Alpha Mansari, you agree with Honorable Quentin Salia Konaya? Of course.
He has to.
Because you benefit, the reason not through the PR system you can't parliament. Are they now under that ticket they in a parliament right now? Yes?
I want to thank my colleague. Of course, I want to let the public know, say, they are for be part of the constructive dialogue. We forget under Resolution 78 of the tripartite recommendations, of which we, as the All People's Congress, we give fullest commitment to that recommendation, and likewise other agent system, other institutions in the country where they don't ask them for able to contribute towards the recommendation. You have to ask why even they make the recommendation. Nah, the tripartite committee. This tell you say there are tons of issues we get to do with people and concerns, because one, the first past the post, first term, we then say, nah, you people then they choose you. You know, I just want to remind my colleagues say, each and every political party get their own policies, their structures when they set up for selected candidates under the first past the post. Yes. Where you go through the election process and pick you. You go through district, region, and the national. You go through that vetting process. Again, I agree with Tansy, you get your advantage, you get your disadvantage, forget a choice. But what you want for Senaya, that the first past the post, now one of the best position and the where we as the All People's Congress, they actually they need for return back. We need for return back to the electoral system.
Why?
One, the number one reason I just want to give the first reason at that time for clear and accountability and representation. Now, people can agree with me. I know you come to me district now, and they come free to here. Few weeks back, people in the Kisi community within the Ferry Junction, Bangastor area. Then get issue with one of the companies we get for do with anything we get for do with cracks for them buildings. So then they find it difficult for even access the member of parliament in that area.
The right one.
The right one.
Where them for they complain to.
Where them for they complain to.
Okay.
Because that whole Kisi area they from Ferry Junction, no get member of parliament where they no say they represent them because of this PI system.
So they don't know whether the SLPP own or
the APC own. In fact, not even they na that area there. So what I get for do, then contact me because we relate. I channel them to an MP where they write na Wellington.
From Kisi to Wellington.
Kisi to Wellington. Now I can talk to the parliament so that may go help them because they not get a representation in that area.
Is that so?
Exactly. They not get no representation in that area. You get certain areas in this city, we are in up 3 MPs and almost cluster now 1 or 2 constituencies. Because they're all an SLPP they emerge from that constituency day, and APC they emerge. How this can happen? It depends who side and place you na the list na your own party. It happens say you come on here na this constituency na you contest under the ticket of the SLPP, but the votes then we get then lesser to that of the APC candidate. But because of our proportional system, the list, the side them put in a list, they qualify you. The same thing from councillors. You get certain areas in Africa we no get councillors. Nobody know able. You can imagine, they say the 2004 Local Government Act. They talk about decentralization. So that means say the person in Kisido Card, you forget a councillor away for you channel in concerns for go send a council. You cannot access councillors at certain areas. Now let me take you back to my district, Moamba district. We get 14 chiefdoms. As I tell you so now, 1 whole constituency day, 3 chiefdoms, Fakunya, Kayamba, and that of Kombura, no get a member of parliament. Now, Fakunya, Kayamba, the district headquarters of Moyambad. When are Kayamba?
Fakunya, Moyamba Junction.
Moyamba Junction. Take Anana Bawea. There is no member of parliament where people them go channel concerns to. Now, can you imagine a commot na a constituency win na 93? Bumpe and Ribi. Okay, because of na PR system and not get MP under, Kombura then ki contact all of us for able for complain issues where they happen under so. So we can hear even the elites, the Gombuna groups and say the PR system don't deprive them from may they not get a member of parliament. Now, one other instance for gigging for a councillor, Nakori, Ward 335, Nakori Chiefdom, where Tayaman at the Chiefdom headquarters.
Yes.
The councillor die, make his soul rest in peace. Now, instead of now him being replaced by somebody within that same ward day, we go represent them people in day. Now somebody right from Ward 331 na constituency. Now that Ward 335 na constituency 98. Now somebody right at constituency 94 now, na the list. Don't can replace that councillor day. That means say now Ward 335 no longer get a councillor. Now this Ward 331 now, we already don't replace somebody from that ward day. There is already a sitting APC councillor within that ward day. So this means now 1 ward gets 2 councillors.
Whereas other side in the deprived.
Yes. Then I will also get another ward again, a Mion constituency, you will get 2 councillors. Then Mion other ward did again, we no get no councillors. So it takes 1 councillor for cover a whole chiefdom. This they tell you say, the people they not get somebody way for able for ask questions, we go able for accountable, or we go able for able channel and problems.
They talk to directly.
They talk to directly. So this means say the PR system not to a system we really for represent the people. It is seek the interest of political parties. Yeah. The other key points now the strong geographical representation. Okay. On our first past to post, my predecessor be they represent 2 chiefdoms.
Amadou Kanu?
Yes, Honorable Amadou Kanu. Then Honorable Veronica Kadisi say they represent 2 chiefdoms. At Shenge and that of some part of Rotipung Nabumpe. And let me tell you now, then 10 in day, when you operate as an MP, you operate within that geographic location there. You get a strategic approach based on your plan, whether short term, medium term, or long term within that period. Now, because of the PR system now, You go see say now anything will happen, na cluster. Me, the constituency we they represent. If now first past to post, there is actually no for be say another MP for the day. Because when you check the constituency votes no more, you calculate now up to 71%. APC get another constituency day. Now the other MP we made in the cluster, now that's very small constituency. Now the only constituency that we get one chiefdom and half. Yes, and we get 2 members of parliament. One SLPP, one APC in Moyamba district. Now, when Ikampa development now, you find for people there.
Whereas you get community, then, for example, inside Fritongia, we not even get MP, they don't know that for talk.
And the same thing applies to Moyamba. When the district headquarters, yes. They not get MP for talk to.
You mentioned Moyamba Junction.
Moyamba Junction, they not get MP for talk to. For any time where I come down at Moyamba Junction, I can enjoy the phone. At the park, I buy corn. And I say, honorable, this honorable, and I take usito. Now I say, no, not to me take unasit. Now, Unaya own party, don't not put somebody from Unaya, area, now the favorable list way for don't qualify for Kana Parliament. Then the other one, I get a timely and transparent result. Now, we all know, say, when the first past to post be there, now this word as then the console, automatically you don't know now who that don't win. Now this constituency, automatically you don't know who that don't win. But now, look what happened on this proportional representation. Why people they cry say then thief elections now they are. Why people in the cry say the results not transparent? Because then say then just go put all in a one cup, then divide, how you subtract, how you multiply, you don't even know. ECSA just put results say this AI.
So now like the US system, yes. The people that don't vote on they get electoral courts.
Exactly.
Or electoral a particular quarters.
Yeah, exactly.
In governance where they could decide against the majority of the votes.
Exactly. So, and this now not happen today. And for proper governance system, Salia.
So the ECSL now in this case now the Electoral College of Salia.
Now the Electoral College now.
In this PR system.
Yes, we are going to say whether na 5-1 Guinea. Look how the football play. Western Urban, we is not possible, so to speak. We not say due to the proportional representation, SLPP go must get seats, but not on that magnitude. Western Rural, Potlock, for instance, all over. You understand? And now, if you check for Bo Town, we get so many councillors. Why is it that it's not possible for law to get member of parliament now, Bo? It's possible for law to get MP under this proportional representation. But because of now few people and they go decide, they're not transparent, so then can decide who side they want for fixed seats, who side seats not for common. The other one, this women representation, we try for talk about. We can still have 30% quota representation in parliament under the first past post. Besides the PR, one good reason, we will create law stem, we will say who to call reserve seat. Yeah?
Like the Giwi Act.
Yes, exactly. Now I make a glad the way you reference that area they just now. For say, the Giwi Act na give the provisions for law get 30% quota, not to the PR. The PR just can accommodate them. Yeah? Because even for minority parties, look he contested under the independent ticket, a strong goal of an SLPP. He won. It is impossible under the PR system. I remember when I see Honorable KKY and many other people be push for the PR. They thought it was going to give an opportunity for smaller political parties for come and able to get it. That was the justification. We saw many experts who gave that premises that this will go give opportunity for smaller parties. 11.9%.
We'll come to the aspect.
How is that? Yes,
because
exactly.
It's a question I raised earlier on with the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. We'll go for you from Raymond George later in the program, explaining for them when they conduct election, which way they would prefer which one of the ways they would prefer over the other. We'll hear from Raymond George later in the program. Shortly, again, we'll listen to the stakeholders of both SLPP and the APC and some traditional leaders on this subject matter. But first, let's listen to some Sierra Leoneans. Which of these ways they want to go, the PR or the first past the post? After which we'll come back to Honorable Ben Alpha Mansare and Quintin Saliakone, Honorables Ben Alpha Mansare and Quintin Saliakone, for continue this conversation. But first, let's listen to Sierra Leoneans on their perspective on this.
The first past the post. Why? Because, you know, I vote for without I know. It gets me. Like what I try for say, the first past the post. For example, we get a councillor there. You go vote for the councillor. So at least you already know the councillor when you get in the area. It gets me. But the how you call it? The PR post, the PR system, and now the party in the choose the way in like. Not so. Now the party they choose the way in like. For me, it don't make sense. Because maybe the party they go choose post you don't like. Or where the community don't like. Or let me say the society don't like. So you understand it? So at least for me, it don't make sense. The first passing post, for me, it makes sense. You get for votes for whether you see and whether you with self you understand. So at least you go to know. And we will defend you.
Everybody see how they pass the post, the election, the way it come out, free and fair. Yes, but this present one, there's some UQK game where they're in an electoral commission who them play and make elect the first pass the post than this one.
Me favor the first pass the post system. Reason being like PR post just like us, how we know say like. Now the politician they select, not even elect, and they select honorable and the balance there. But like I suggest this one when I first pass the post, reason being like now me know what I want and like me know person way competent, I know that they work. Now that's not the reason why like I say I suggest them because like me know what I do and I me they elect. So like that's no more.
I really like the first past the pro. Because that one really nice. With the greedy authority, the powerful votes for the leader who wants for the able acts. So because of now the PPRC where the president really the act on, not really nice for the citizens in the country. Because why you go choose honorable or councillor from other side like Hill Station, they cover New England, that's not going really fine because you're not going to know what's the people that do in the country, what they affect we. Because one is it. What they happen at the area, not so all things you know as a minister, as a honorable councillor. So I really like the pass the pro because if they give you right to not choose and not vote for the possible BC we want and we will be fine. Because I like the pass regime and past election that will be done they will call because we they vote and we see say better thing that happen at the country. And I hope say this.
Reactions from Sierra Leoneans on which system they go prefer. Arguably, from the sample opinion and the first past the post is the preferred choice. But maybe at some other levels or some other quarters, some other people could choose or decide otherwise, which is why we'll to listen to the ECSL later in the show and listen to some other stakeholders within the APC and SLPP and traditional rulers as well on this subject matter. But I'll turn back to Honorable Quintin Saliakone and Honorable Ben Alpha Mansare from the SLPP and APC in the Parliament, where they make laws. And eventually, this tripartite recommendation, 78 plus other recommendations, all inclusive the 80 plus recommendations, get for land na den desk for eventual debates and then decision after all. Honorable Quintin, you hear the people and views. And only they represent the people. So if we are to go by what the people say in this regard, then first past the post is the favorite for them.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, with all this, I see in total 4 people. We give a percentage.
Coupled with the points.
Yes,
points
they come.
Honorable Alpha mentioned.
They come to honorable impact. You make reference to the number of people who just make comments say they want first past the post.
Yes.
These are just 4 people. Imagine the total number of Sierra Leoneans, 8.5 approximately.
Obviously, we can't speak to all of them.
No, are they just come? So for me, you take an opinion according to research principles, it has to be minimum 10%. So this is not just an infinitesimal number of 4 people who give the opinion. So I'm not really I'm not going to discard them.
Okay.
Because as leaders, you go listen, but you can't discard it or accept. Yeah, say that are the popular view. Yeah, these are their personal opinions and they get right to them. Now coming to my colleague Honorable Ben in comments. You know, as he say, a day in the current dispensation, but still they think about first past the post.
You mean because it benefits for Mansuda?
No, not because it benefits. Yeah, in responses. You know, under district block proportional representation, the aspect of constituencies becomes irrelevant. You are representing the district and not your constituency. This is one thing we need for.
But his point is,
let me just
the district, the distribution of MPs or representatives
let me just
are not evenly distributed.
I'm coming. That is for APC. He's talking from the side who say no.
But it mentioned freedom, for example.
No, let me just come.
You can't tell whether an APC MP, na for na Kisi, or an SLPP MP.
Let me just come.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, under PR, the aspect of constituency becomes insignificant. Yeah?
Yes.
Now that made they call a district block proportional representation. Because now the district who they represent. So what we on party do, you see, now that made they say, we not all can do in the same thing, but I mean, experience counts. What in the SLPP do, they were so very much meticulous in terms of selecting people. Like, for instance, Kailan District. When they choose the 10 honorable members, we get 10 constituencies. Those 10 constituencies erased, but they make sure say they refer to the old system for make sure say no 2 honorable members were selected from the same former constituency. So you realize it was 1 constituency per one member of parliament per constituency of the former method. So you find out say when all come, like Kalang, all of the SLPP former constituencies were represented. You go to Kenema, the same. You go to Bo District, the same. Yeah, you go to Bo District, the same. So we have, that was a strategy used for make sure say, we only don't get that kind of situation now, like in the place of the death of late Honorable Peter Moe, of blessed memory.
Yes, na Kenema.
Now, what don't happen now, Blama not get direct representation now. Yeah? But again, as a responsible party, since that district block system, the secretariat realign the honorable members. The secretariat realign the honorable members in the Kenema district for make sure say Blama will be represented by the deceased man is no longer left out. So you find out say now if should anything go wrong, then no say the honorable Fofana is going to be contacted by the Blama. Abubakar Fofana is going to be contacted. That na so a responsible party they do. We know they just left the people there for begin they wallow, they fend who they for talk to. Now they know Honorable Fofana and then the possibility they contact. And the PR is not about where who say you born or who say you originate from. It's about the region, it's about the district. So that's it talk. Then he also make aspect. He say like the former first past the post. I mean, it was very much immediate when results they don't vote. It was very much immediate for me. I mean, the aspect of stealing votes, not be they part of that. You know, my honorable member they forget.
And the people who talk to
Right?
us will mention the same.
If the honorable member they forget, because what thing you get for talk about the host comment of the former chief electoral commissioner Christian Ato when he molested the people of this country. When he carelessly misplaced people for talk to the police, just because people they raise eyebrows say, where are our votes? Where are our votes? Waiting at the comment, go police. That was unfortunate statement made by somebody who was selected by the APC. So we get to also look at that. Then he also talked about Western area. I don't know, maybe that is for the APC. But when you look at SLPP, all of the constituencies are fully represented. Yeah? What did they talk about? You get 200 members. Like, if you work the Western Rural, the Peninsula, like there's one particular constituency where you get one APC, one SLPP, where you get Honorable Jaja Timbo, and the same constituency you get Honorable Kaba from the SLPP. You don't understand?
Yeah.
So what is happening now, if you should go to that particular constituency, it becomes efficient. The 200 members, they want to accumulate more votes over the next person. So what did they happen? Like me, happen for be the chairman for the Parliamentary Committee on Lands, Housing and Country Planning.
Yes.
Most of the time, we will not say all land issues, they come up from that peninsula side. So when those problems come, you they see the 200 members, they clamor for deal with them people, them, for give the people them the support where they need. Because they know if one should allow the other person, you understand, for be visible with the people in terms of their concerns.
We'll get more advantage.
They get more advantage. So you find out, say, they're more responsive to the people, their concerns, than before. Than when it was just an individual, that individual goes to bed and sleep. You know? And one thing we need to say about this PR, as I said, I want to be objective with the people. There is no absolute situation. Every situation gets its own downside. But me, they look at the magnitude. Yeah? Now you get 212 countries. Yeah? Of the 212
seats.
No, 200 countries globally.
Yeah.
Yeah? Out of the 212, you realize only 68 they use first past the post. So you realize they say, you know, best practice.
68 out of the few winner democratic countries. Because remember, you get countries where a monarch system and they operate.
Not to the one day when a democratic countries are
yes, not to them all are 208, 212.
No.
You get a good number of them as well when a monarch system and they operate.
Okay,
you get others where they operate communism and other systems.
What here they say?
Not to democracy.
Look at, you not allow me for give me statistics.
Okay.
Out of 212,
yes.
now only 68 they use FTPT. TP.
First past the post.
First past, only 68. When a one fourth approximately. Whereas over 130 they use the proportional representation.
And there were over 130 days, some day in a monarch system.
You don't understand? No, the balance. They talk about the PR.
You want to practice democracy.
The democracy. You don't understand? Mm. So you watch most of the time, and most of the countries where they use the first past the post, these are British, most of them are British colonized countries, and that's in there. But you realize most countries are moving away from that particular concept of absolute, winner takes all. Okay. People are moving. And when you look at it, these are the best practices.
So for Una, winner takes all, Una no wants for it happen.
Because again, a lot of disadvantages. Yeah? It narrowed down.
So whether first past the post or district block, has it not been in Sierra Leone winner takes it all?
That is what has been happening. We don't land sale, we don't get experience of waiting proportional representation will bring to the people. Yeah? Eboa make reference to those smaller political parties.
Yes, for which?
And I talk say, you know, when you use the proportional representation, they make every vote important.
Okay.
Because they make sure say whatever significance when you day of that community, now the number of seats you they get. Yeah, and they able make we intermingle. Like before now, you find out say SLPP not ever day at the north. But because of the PR, you understand, we get seats there at the north. APC, like Moyamba, yeah, now is southern district. But they get seats there in the person of
APC always gets seats there.
Honorable
Bradford.
That shows
they don't get seats as well. I think twice.
That is what I'm saying. That shows the significant na Moyaba district.
And that was during first past the post system.
Now they say,
yes.
That shows we cannot go against that. That shows APC is significant na Moyaba district. Now we get Honorable Ben, who is APC, then we go Honorable Vero, and we get some other honorable members. So what is happening now? They compete with the people, like as he say, in small constituency that they 2 days. So what is happening? He goes there almost every other weekend, just because the other honorable member goes there. Okay. So they clamor for get visibility with the people. This is the advantage.
For canvass the votes of the people.
Unlike the first time, waiting be they happen, you find out say that they vote for honorable members. They're not even going to the constituencies until election time reach. Before they go there, there was no competition. It was about an absolute situation. The honorable member, they go there at a time, and if he say when he go there last minute, now for just go give people money, and they vote for
in party popular, that's
thank you.
We talk about smaller parties, which is why Ibrahim Kamara, the Secretary General for the All Political Parties Association, the umbrella body for political parties in the country, there. For their own perspective, then think the district block PR system is a dangerous way to go, correct? Ibrahim Soyi, good afternoon and welcome to the Today Show.
Good afternoon and good afternoon, viewers. As you put out the other political party, what I mean by the other political party, you did measure, you say the parties that we...
Smaller ones, in quotes. In quotes.
Okay, he said in quotes. We refuse to be describing the adjective because always only get that way, parties and they say, no, we're not going any big and small party. Taking from here, we already don't get a position. Well, I mean, the All Political Party Association, we're in the umbrella association of political parties. As party register, you get rights for at least belong to the association for ensure say we are able to develop one common position to national issues and challenges that we important for the able to offer objective solution to them constantly. So we already don't put out a position and we don't support the PR system on certain basis because we are aware of the fact that we electoral system not able to solve all the problems, but rather they were able to help for mitigate some of the challenges they will be facing. So with the focus that waiting really absent, we not just want to take them down for waiting happen 2023 elections. So waiting want to take them moving forward. Waiting want to achieve as a country, waiting want to address, waiting at emerging issues, waiting at the challenges that we're facing with politics. Of course, we all are aware of the fact that this is a highly polarized society nation. We are really, in terms of politics, we didn't get regional divide. So how do we reach national peace and cohesion for ensure we'll be able to get everybody into the discussion, the political discourse of this country, because everybody important for making your own decision because they represent people. For the fact that you are a political party, whether big or small, you get people that really believe in your ideology, they really believe in you. For serious indeed, these people that believe in your ideology. All over they happen, even in the US, you get two major political parties, but the other parties they really necessarily contribute towards development.
But along the way, some of them they end up secure seats at the House of Representatives, unlike Sierra Leone.
Yeah, unlike Sierra Leone.
Where these political parties have since been in the wilderness and continue for being in the wilderness.
Yeah, for actually, well, this is the easy way we say.
Whether first past the post or district block system.
Or the PR system.
Yeah, or the PR system.
So now, this is the point. What you want to achieve as a nation. We don't always look at it as I begin making mention, say this is a highly polarized society with this. So now the things that we put at stake, we set parameters. What you want to achieve in terms of now we talk about the costs for managed elections. How do you manage costs? So we look at both systems, both the first past the post and the PR system, and see how best. We talk about how do we protect basket fund for managed costs for elections. We want to see now nations and inform the election. So the PR system, so that's on the first past the post. We see as the PR system in more or less, a minimized election cost. With the situation happen right now, once vacancy they occur in Parliament, it will easily be filled because we get a sequence as to how to manage that process. Okay. And also, in relation to what I would call say tension or violence, electoral violence, We see wetin be done happen before. Once we get by election, because it's a small locality, the tendency for people and bad politicians for even mobilize people for cause violence and destroy people and even go to the extent people never for exercise their human rights, they're not capable for doing. We see what happen. Constituency 110, we therefore conduct election 3 times. 1, it costs the state. Then 2, even the election security, there is a threat. People don't want to do business that and they know for doing. Some calling back, even results we lost a precious life. We don't know that people the way for car waiting for camera. So all them things here they will put.
Ibrahim Soyi, that you point, some of the you points and they are all being catalogued. In this interview I get with Raymond George, the Director of Media and Communications at the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone, that then they conduct elections. So, which way they prefer? The PR system or first past the post? But remember, the points noted by Ibrahim Soyi were also catalogued by Mr. George in this interview.
Now, since 1996 to date, during, fortunately, me don't serve in all the 3 dynasty, I will call them, because you get the Christian Atop era, you get the Umfa Ali Conte, then we get Mohamed Kenewi Kone era. And I don't think at the commission, we don't conduct election using first past the post. We also don't use the proportional representation district block system. Now, in 1996, I've been fortunate for work with Dr. James Jonah, who have been using national list, proportional representation national list, where if you want 135 seats in Parliament, you actually ask the political party for give you the number of names then we equal to 135. And we also get a number where they go above, where they add as a buffer, so in case somebody die, they replace them. They will also, I don't do first past the post, I don't do also don't use the district block system. Now, the district block system is the simplest. Now, people don't go say first past the post, okay, in terms of simplicity, it comes first. But when you use the district block system, you get plenty of advantages, more than the advantages of the first past the post.
How?
Now, one, me na one person we look up to the term we will see, we will get like somebody will come out a team up na Bombali and say me na SLPP I dey represent Bombali district. In the first past the post, that one is almost impossible because the winner takes it up. It's difficult for you to get somebody put some Bombali and SLPP they win. Similarly, so you also get the same in the other regions like in Kenema or in Bo. Right, so it's difficult. Now that is in terms of diversity, political diversity. It promotes them. Today we get MPs in Kenema, we in APC, local councillors, we in APC. And you see, in terms of planning, you will find out, say, on all the plan together, in terms of everybody giving a own view. We get 17 registered political parties in Sierra Leone. And not only 2, they always surface when it comes to first past the post election. There's a possibility.
But chances don't they over the period, say some of them don't get seats in the councils and parliament as well. C4C 2018, NGC 2018. In councils, 2007, we get PMDC where we get certain councillors and chairpersons, and then we get members of parliament as well, under the first past the post system. But districts block, not just APC and SLPP predominantly over the period.
Well, you see them political parties and they really talk, so C4C being surface na kono, yes. But now being something be up will make them come up. And also we get political parties in a salon. We get political parties and when they break away, other person, other faction will form. Again, that's na thing possible under the proportional representation system. You can still break away and then you make a huge not following vote to you. They don't vote, say will help you forget a proportion of the seat. You see, in the PR system, vote not the waste. Because every vote where they take into consideration, they count. But the first past the post, you actually find out, say, they are wasted votes.
How?
Because some political party, Now take 3 party the contest. Out of 300 votes, one gets 120, the other one gets 60. That's about 180. Then the other one gets 120. They will get 139. But if you add the losers, you will find out say they get more people away they against the political party than the way he used for win. You see, so in the proportional representation now, you will find out say somebody must get a proportion of the seats where they actually vie for. And so we are economical, because if you look from where we conduct the election in 2023 to now, we don't replace over 19 councillors, 19 vacant seats in the parliament as well as local council. And every council election we conduct, we spend at least 4 million new loans or 4 billion old loans. In parliamentary elections, we spend about 10 billion old loans or 10 million new loans. If we take all the election, they will conduct, like in 2024, alone about 10 we replace. So if you can't count all that money there, if they get into the commission, say if we can use them for develop staff, we can use them for put up structures, then we get office land in every district. And if we want for really conduct election properly in this country, we need offices that we own. Now every district, for now we can only boast of the regional capitals. Bo, Kenema, Makeni, and Putlokowe will just turn the sword over. If they're money are available, we can use them for one builder offices in there, so that where they talk about district tally system, we can run in there.
But smaller political parties, well, with all due respect to them, so-called smaller political parties, they feel disadvantaged by the district block system, feeling left out. They say, "When I deceive them," well, the public deceive them. You want the election management bodies deceive them. Say the district block system advantageous to them, and other minority groups say they will get representation. But it's kind of the reverse. Now, they are nowhere to be seen. After the 2023 election, when a district block system currently they obtain, nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be heard, left out in national discourse, and so many other things.
Now they know they do their assignments properly, because in a district block proportional representation system, you get for make sure you canvass for votes, because the vote now it matter to you. Every vote where you get, they lead you very close to the threshold. You know, I can understand and come and say the card in the protest say, okay, the threshold was high. If you reduce the threshold, then do the homework, then canvass for support. And in the PR, it opened the way for you to get coalitions. You see, if you can form or make a coalition with other political parties, then, and you are able to get enough votes for make una get seats. So, me not say a number of political parties now the assignment. Therefore, really do the assignment properly and make
but as it is right now, without coalition, they're not going to survive. They will continue for the wilderness.
Yeah, as I say, nothing is impossible in life. Now, go and make sure you get the support. You forget the support, and if they do them work properly, then get the number of required votes. Wait for make them meet with the threshold we will set. I sure say they will get representation at council, they will get representation at parliament. It is just a matter of them understanding the process. Make I tell you one good way the PR system they do. It's not encouraged by election. And most of the time, the commission, they spend so much time in conducting by elections. We don't set everything, then go fet. Society, they will kill people in there. Remember the Tongo case, remember the constituency 110, remember the Kabbalah case, Koinadugu case, the Tongo Limba, they're all there.
And even Tonkolili for Yangbaya.
Good. You go spend so much money, then go eat fet, they get for come back, you can request for other set of money, the same amount of money, for go back and do the election. But with a PR system, not so. Political party then they send the list. That is one thing we want to make very clear, because some people misunderstand. Not to ECSL sets the list. The political party. And we give them enough time, ample time. So like at 12 months, go consult with your people. They make them show you what they want. Go to the district, because the representation they come from the district, so they feel belong to the district. So somebody where if this recommendation come up from the electorate, you don't know them. The people that go know the representatives them, they go get for help una for prioritize the list. Put the names them according to how una want them for be. Now make if we say a district get 10 seats, we ask you for give you 20 names. So at least you prioritize them and the electorates and take part, you support us and take part in the selection process. So if now me talk for like you did it, because I know you, because I know say you can do good thing for this, so you will feel I can know say this time you leader. But the problem with political parties, then they submit the list. It is signed by the leader and the Secretary General and submit it to ECSL. Then so 2-3 days after, they come back say no, will they change that list? Or they come back say okay, let's change the order. You see, and that is the sole prerogative, that are the responsibility. We're not to stop them. So if you do them in collaboration, the only thing we for able for talk to the electorates them, or for able for get them for understand the system. And we know say the PR system, we go get diversity in Sierra Leone. The commission itself go get them for concentrate on other activities. Like now when they talk about reform, we say self-welcome. So like reform, there we know. But up till now, in a 1 year they go so remember about 5 years on the cycle. We get 3 years for plan.
For the election.
For the election and bring out strategies and do all other things. Then a lot of activities there within the pre-election cycle. I do this one now. We no seem for no go anywhere with the review of laws.
So for una na diversion.
It divert with attention, it take up with time. If we sit down for conduct by election now, we forget you for plan. We divided attention with it. And even the staff them, we need for level train. We recruit, fill in vacancies, train the staff them.
So you mean for una right now ECSL not they go on? Thing the ways una supposed for don't do, they are being stifled at certain quarters by the activities where they go on right now at the state.
We know they conduct by elections as such. And we're not saying we do nothing. We are working. We come out with a strategic plan. We come out with a communication policy. We come out with the information management policy. All within the tripartite. We work within the tripartite. We come out also with the ad hoc staff policy. We focus on infrastructural development. But wait till we say now, if by-election been there, we no go get that attention we put so now. For see that thing they do with them, we're going to focus on the by-election. We move staff from here, we cost huge sum of money. When they talk about 4 billion, 9 or 10 million dulions, I also they look at then one day. I don't look at the way they are side though, because the logistics to SLP, no did they? The money to PPRC, we didn't say they spend, no did they? And other bodies the way the ONS or that way they spend, they pay money they. So you see, so it's a big savings.
So for una na ECSL, una prefer the proportional representation districts block system over the first past the post.
Yeah, that is what we are saying. Let people understand. Say proportional representation, it better, it work well if they understand them. We forget them for let the citizens they understand them, and let the political parties themselves work towards the essence of winning an election. And for let you canvas for get more votes.
Okay, let's use them points in it from Mr. George na ECSL for wrap up this conversation with Honorable Quintin Salia Kone, the acting spokesperson for the SLPP in the Parliament. Ibrahim Soyi Kamara, when the Secretary General for All Political Parties Association, APA, and then Honorable Ben Alpha Mansaye, when the deputy spokesman for the APC in the Parliament. Gentlemen, the points from ECSL, then they conduct election. Ibrahim Soyi, of course, let's start with you. They prefer the proportional representation. One, because they reduce costs in conducting periodic by-elections, and also they prevent or limits violent activities, among several other factors we mentioned. You agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's this with
Yes.
of course, we don't look at also the system there. In fact, everything he says so, he writes. Because like, we belong there. Was me only into active politics since 2012. So I don't practice the first party because as Secretary General of New Party.
Which party?
The CDP.
CDP,
Fine. So,
Citizens Democratic Party.
Democratic Party. So also the PR system 2023 elections. So alternate system in the I don't practice and we at the end of affairs for ensure say for manage and nomination process. So like I say, whatever system we use is all depend on how we use them. And waiting really want for address as a country because waiting they happen in other countries, waiting they happen now, so it's quite different. Just like what you want to say this. When you look at the PR system, you get plenty of countries that the world they use them. Then they use them because of they want for address certain things they will then feel say as a nation and they want for address. As I say, no electoral system, not they will solve the problem. But we look at we don't try to say yes, indeed they suffer, they struggle. The country will not get money. So how will we for say some of them constantly wait towards election alone? We see what Mr. Raymond they say this now. How will we for ensure say we're able to manage and minimize violence? Because yes, even in national election they get violence, but when national election done, vacancies they open a council and parliament, it's essentially for conduct by election. So the tendency for letting people forget violence, because of now within a small locality, that one is so clear. And we don't see what don't happen over the years. But like as I say, we don't look at as say the PR system is far more outweigh in terms of the advantage than that of the first party.
Honorable Ben Alpha.
One of which we in no measure, what we said look at and say, one, the PR able for manage diversity, able for help for bring collaboration. Then two, they were able to allow the smaller parties.
Yet no smaller party not in a council. Yet no smaller party not in a parliament.
Okay, why
even you want to be the 2018, they are no more in parliament. And just APC SLP be in
why
parliament.
That's not happen? Now I make a
then dissolve.
Premise, I say, it's all depend on how we use them, whichever system. But the PR system, if we use them well, we utilize them well. Whether if the argument goes in a level, we forget wider participation
diversity,
of other
diversity.
parties.
Yeah.
Now we address the issue. Also, we get them wrong in 2023 elections. It's the threshold. The allocation for calculate the threshold for determining seats in council and parliament, 11.9%.
You mean I never?
So high.
You mean I never review? If
Yes,
you mean if they review that they stand a chance.
That's why when we put out we position paper on the PR system with a caveat that we get certain things that we want on the PR address. One of which is the threshold. The second one is the payment of the two-list system. So all the things and then we push them out because mind you, take way back to 1996. We get parties that will not even score up to 5% of, a national vote, then represent the parliament.
Yeah, because Raymond just mentioned, I said that the listing system, we're different from how it happened in 2023.
2023 and I happened to 202.
Yes.
202 it was 12%.
Yes.
And 2023 11.9%. So that prevents other parties. If you look at the election scores, you get some parties that will even pull more than 4% per district vote. But now, let we come in, we sit up again, we look at and say, what do we want? We need wider participation, we want to involve everybody into the political discourse. Then if we set certain things...
But democracy is government of the people, for the people, and by the people, and for everybody is supposed to.
Exactly. So that is why we push for the PR system. Then if the PR will for address some of the things, then because always we want to do is about progress, we want to make progress.
So una prefer the PR system, but to review the threshold.
The threshold and we get other things there.
Payment system.
Even in terms of the for ensuring we will guarantee human representation and persons with disability and also the youth.
Okay.
All the things in the one for layer we sit down and able for agree as to how we will develop the regulations we will guide the PR.
Honorable Ben Alpha.
Yeah, I hope say I will get time because this is my second bite.
This obviously don't. Mr. George in pointers already don't defeat your arguments earlier.
And then so
well, some of them.
Yeah, so this is where I'm coming to respond. Mr. George talk about APC councillors in Bo and that of Kenema. And then in a manipulated way for just show to the public say APC councillors then win. There is no way you can have 6 APC councillors at a particular district without having an MP seat. Yeah, that one was clearly manipulated. And then let's talk about the violence during the first past the post where the man from APA, and even Mr. George they talk about. Yeah, the violence will occur during the 2023 elections. The magnitude, the far way outweigh all the by-elections.
You have evidence to that?
Yes, of course. Of course, you know the public know what happened at certain areas in this country. A lot of evidences of attacking party offices, attacking individuals, burning houses and all. It outweigh what happened by elections then. The law come about the replacement of councillors and MPs as against cost. This one not to a justification. What I want to let the public know, this is now Resolution 78. You need a transparent and inclusive discussions. I get for count to the upper man who say even then go meet on that. Okay, replacing a councillor at a particular ward. In the absence of or the death of that councillor, there should be another person within that ward. But because of this listing system, how they do, you go find out say 3 councillors they go find themselves in just one ward. So this is not a geographic representation.
But then also ECSL supposed to do that distribution.
What to me they say now?
That should be an arrangement.
So which is why the PR system don't give more powers to the parties rather than the people in their own voice. You understand? So which is why I would say, of course, the return of the first past the post is the best. Now, I come to the parties in APA. Yeah? APA say they don't go get a consultation. We don't even see on whose side and go get out. At least where they make a representation.
But then they get 2 days retreat, for example, at Bo.
And they come, they say na Galines Paradise.
Yes,
I see them.
Yes.
But okay, for and way so, you understand? For me, they care about, APA care about being in the association rather than the representation. For many political parties, when we get one word, neither a constituency.
And Mr. George mentioned about the issue of coalition, where they no want to do.
No, they come. For me, the presence na APA is no more relevant to the democratic tenets of this country. Political parties like that should come together and stand with the people. I'm so surprised for me then come again, then suffer the defeat, and come back and support this very PR system. Okay. So, and of course, both systems, of course, subject to manipulation, like you say. But what it matter most now are the geographical representation. So, the first past the post, they give a clear accountability and representation. So, the existence of them APAYASO is not worth anything rather than for say. And I may elect the recommendation we the tripartite give. Any political party will not win a seat, neither a constituency. Therefore, disqualify them for next election.
You think that it will work?
It for work. Because why? If really when you form your party, you don't come no more for just come fix your party into the system for say you want way any other support can let it come. You really determine say you want let your party come in.
When they say aside winning elections and get other role where they play.
This role really don't give a defeat say the existence of APA. On this note, on the PR system, they know they represent the interests of the people. So therefore, I want to end on this note for say, we as a political party of the All People's Congress, they stand with the people and concerns. The concerns of the people from Fakunya, the concerns of the people from Kayamba, and that of Kombura. In Moamba district, SLPP stronghold, where today they not get a member of parliament. Like any other part of this country, for say, the first past the post, not the best, and we need for return back to that system there for ensure accountability, transparency. Even when it comes to violence, of course, violence is not a justification. Cost, it will get some kind point of it for say, okay, it's costly, but there are ways again to manage it, you understand?
Can you manage an election?
Yeah, of course, we can manage an election.
Without putting the resources for making
we need to modify our behavior towards by-elections. Because no country know the way we're not liable for change. Why is it that we put so much energy for by-elections, they go kickbox, then they do this, arbitrary arrest and all? Because of that mentality.
But both the SLPP and the SLPP.
Now they say, I know they give a balanced approach in this. That as a country, we not for justify that violence, we can change from that violence. Political party, the party don't know say, this side are not too strong, no matter what you do. He no go win.
They set confusion.
But they go set confusion. So na the mentality, na the culture we don't inculcate we say. We can graduate from that. We can still have by-elections. Of course, for expanding election, what's in the wastage is we don't face as a country. The money we would have lost inside 1 month, 2 months in corruption at this country. He passed them by elections, them who would conduct.
Okay.
Not just control, not just minimize corruption at this country. Save a lot of money. We conduct by election. And let each and every constituency and ward get a representation. And that's the best for us.
Honorable Quintin?
Yes, thank you very much. You know, APC, the people, they always know that for one thing. As long as something not in their favor, they bastardize them.
This is not the country in favor.
Yeah.
Not to APC.
They bastardize them. You know, I'm very much surprised where they take on APA, where they give the objective statement. If my colleague go on for toxic self, they not even meet until you clarify, say no, they meet na galines. You don't understand? And now question I ask, you understand, which means they try for say because you don't know who said they meet, so which means they did not meet.
Exactly.
No left that here. We get for be nationalistic. It is not about. It is not about.
This is not resolution 78. We require
Listen. Listen. Resolution 78
So they're not for the beginning.
is resolution 78. You don't understand?
It costs you.
Mr. Moderator, you see, this is something where APC always do. You don't understand? This is something where APC now if you want to disrupt the process. And we get for left that here, we get for the look at the bigger picture. It's not waiting to benefit APC. Every party currently don't get the opportunity for lead this country. There is no perfect situation anywhere. And even the two systems who they talk about from the inception of my statement, I say no system is absolute. I don't talk up. Even the PR, where we they go for, it's not absolute. And I give a lot of examples. Anything with absolute get problem. Okay. Yeah? So, let me call it, stop for the castigate because the team not they go in the favor. He's the chairman of APA. And they have done a diligent job. They are independent. You don't understand? They are independent. If they don't make the statement you don't know, read around them. Next session, come and debunk objectively. But it's wrong for me to dilute somebody's office. It is wrong. Now, coming to this 100%. Whole thing, waiting the Raymond George said, it just fall in line. As SLPP, as a responsible party, we not they do anything because we want to benefit to as a political party. We they look at the one we go get efficient impact on the people of this country. The upper.
So which why the SLPP introduced PR in 1996, 2002,
and if you watch,
2023.
If you watch the impact created at those levels, you know, initially I began talk say it create space for other parties that get say in the legislative process.
Yes.
Yeah, it just can be say this now maybe an exception, and that is because. One, the threshold be a bit high, yes. And two, for most of those parties will be there, they decide for fold up, like C4C was going to be a significant party, but deliberately they undo themselves. Yeah, we get other political parties who also do undo themselves. Right. So I've not landed. So if you look at the recommendations, and we get for care about the lives of people. One thing about politics, it don't become so abrasive, so much that it becomes difficult to handle. And we don't see from the next somebody, Raymond George, how many by-elections or how many councillors stroke MPs they don't install from where we do election 2020. It's about 16. We not hear one word, we not hear the loss of life, we not hear amputation, we not hear nothing. But the disadvantages of by-elections, again, a lot of wastages, again, a lot of damages where they bring on the people. Again, a lot of things. We don't see prominent people. Prominent somebody in the APC, or even the parliament. We see the by-election on 110. that election was some kind of talk of the moment.
Prominent politicians from both sides.
Yeah, no, I don't know about both sides, but I know say APC somebody be dead where they capture, where they kick ballot papers. I not go blame them. I not go blame them. One, why? I not go blame that particular person because I not go blame him because one, he was doing it to defend his party, but a law side say the people of this country matter. In your respect, they matter. So you find out say if you're at that point, those people were arrested.
Honorable.
Yeah. So me they send end up for say. Me they end up for say. The PR is not absolute. And I want to add my voice to the. It's preferable in tenfolds than the first past the post. Okay. Because simply, yeah, it's not absolute. The PR is a matter of choice on how una want to do it.
Okay.
And how una want to do it, we all consider as a country, a key factor, Honorable Ben, in point, that we need for make the people on the ground significant. That could be an internal arrangement that could be regulated under the regulations. Say, okay, let's give a higher percentage to the constituency based. We begin tranche for go. So his fear, because in all of this talk, now one great point he bring, not bring no 2 points. Yeah, not to fears. Now one great point he bring for all this 1 hour would take that it don't take away the authority from the people on the ground.
And
then at the same time,
the people that get democracy.
Yeah. And
is that not so?
Now that make they say the PR might not be absolute, but that not to a justification.
If you take away the absolute from the people,
no, that is why I'm
democracy.
saying. Listen, that is why I say that not a justification for stop the PR. As we don't say, we can able regulator say the authority, the higher percentage of decision goes back. Higher percentage of decision goes back to the people.
Let me come in.
We can able realign. Yeah, but it don't mean say we go stop PR because PR would only see to various views. The people that where they regulate them, we don't see that. And even the regulation 70 where they say smaller parties or other parties will not be win, therefore be deleted. I mean, you are disenfranchising people. If I don't attend school, I not pass this moment, does that mean I should be driven from the school?
Okay.
Why not give me more time for improve on the weaknesses and trench myself so that I will do better next time? But if you say for me to delete that, that's a bad resolution.
Okay, Ibrahim, so quickly, finally.
Yes, sir. I think I want for.
If you don't go again, they will go back finally.
Last night, you know, say he's
okay, in last, okay.
So three slots in the go, so okay.
No.
Let me.
If may Alpha be the last one.
Yes, Ibrahim Soyi.
Ibrahim Soyi. The last comments we honor them, the party recommendation 70. For pool 70. For pool political parties, we don't win 2 elections.
Yes.
The way they recommend say parties we don't contest elections. I believe say rightly you are aware of the fact that because you honorable member on the make law. And if you look at section 35, subsection 1, why make political party established? It clearly defines
for shape the will of the people.
There are 3 rules. 1, for shape the political will of the people. The second one, for disseminate information on economic social program of national character. Then the third one, for sponsor candidates for managed election process.
But both SLPP and APC can subsume people from different political parties and back from same role.
Let me take them from that case. Now, the very essence, yes, parties in the form for they're able to represent the people. But that is just one aspect. You know what we don't narrow down political discourse where the results to a battlefield politics is because everybody wants to gain state house.
Yes.
So that should not be the discussion. Waiting here so very important now for ensure say as political party you win government, you not form governance, you self for contribute for ensure say you contribute towards nation building. Okay. So that's the role we are playing it perfectly. So in the event you are in honorable Ben no aware say now that's the mandate why political party they establish. I want to make it clear. So the people already behind even that kind suggestion or recommendation for say contesting 2 elections for the registered political party. I want to say let them rethink over that.
Okay.
And I believe say it's not coming from the people. Then 2, the other 2 I want to take out for say how far not they represent the people. very well. You understand? And we know they contribute towards democratic discourse. But you dey refer to we say, APA, we are not patriots. I want to tell you, say we are real patriots. Waiting we want for make sure say now for amplify the voices of the people. That is why we not just grab and take a position. We engage in a 2 days. We engage first in a national consultation program. After which we get a 2 days conversation and agree on all the 80 proposed recommendations by the tripartite. So not just one in isolation begin do things there. Then two again, you say parties they form, there are smaller parties there. They're not able for win seats in parliament. Let me tell you. This is a country.
And Mr. George mentioned about coalition. We don't ever want to do.
No, not that we don't want to do coalition. But this is a country where we get challenges and they will therefore address them with time. That is why both the APC, they go the idea for say maybe because of the law established for far too long, then get people there. So now what we want to do now again as the other parties, and we want to make sure say we revisit the thought process of the people. This primitive loyalty subjects them for misinform, mislead, and misguide people. We want to let people begin to understand say politics is not about saying Nayaso are there on this region, on this tribe. No.
All over the world, all over the world, so
all over the world, so it is. But what you want to make now for ensure say people that will shift the power back, or people understand say yes, this get for involved with life. So if I get for votes, I get for votes based on policies, on issue, not on primitive loyalty for ensure say I come here. They see a eve of the night. We talk about say direct representation of the people. Okay. When they see a eve of the night, somebody will just grab up with one slogan and say, go vote this way also, without educating the people. But we understand this is a challenge. That is why we as the other parties don't take over the challenge for ensure say we're able to educate the people. We go reach them. We are in people will really understand say yes indeed. These parties then get good policy with them for influence and we they represent the people. And so for say we as APA we just they do certain things they know. We they support progressive reforms.
All right. In Ibrahim Soikama, the Secretary General for the All Political Parties Association, the umbrella body where they for kind of a group of political parties ready for seek the welfare of each other. Thank you very much, Honorable Quintin Salia Kone, Deputy, acting spokesperson for the SLPP in Parliament. Honorable Ben Alpha Masai, you always get a bite.
I need a bite too. Honestly, I've got a lesser bite today on this conversation.
I think your points are sufficient.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you open it, then
I really need just less than 1 minute.
No, the length of a statement.
But anyways, I want to crave on the indulgence and plead with you because of time.
All right. Yeah. No problem. No problem.
Thank you very much.
I accept to look forward for another time, but I just want to say, in a very quick one, for say
at the same time you don't give back.
SLPP now is slow customized land as them.
See?
We
you don't win them, so we open again.
All right, thank you very much.
For the public, would they give another time? Of course.
Yes, we always reach out to now.
So maybe make season 2.
No, season 2. Season 2 is already looming. Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Ben Alpha Mansae, Honorable Quintin Salia Kone, APC and SLPP members of Parliament. One deputy spokesperson for Impatina Parliament, and the other one is acting spokesperson. Ibrahim Soikama from APA. Thank you very much. Well, I'll listen to the stakeholders as we transition into the second half of the show. Let's listen to the political party stakeholders on this subject matter. Let's listen to the APC, the SLPP, and at least a traditional ruler on this subject matter. And when we come back, we'll take you through sports, entertainment, and so much more.
We feel say we now first pass the post, now go better for this country, and we give many reasons for that. We want always the people that forget the right and the voice for able to pick their own leaders, the people that they want to make them represent them. Now that opportunity first pass the post they give the citizens, the district proportional representation or they give citizens them that. Now, whether they make the political party list, now go easily go parliament. So, for example, the political party can place me at the top of the list, where sometimes now only 2,000 or 3,000 votes I get. Somebody go there at the bottom of the list, where over 50,000 people vote for an in constituency or in district, but you know go still go parliament because you know the top of the list, and the bottom of the list. So then they not representative enough. and the district proportional representation, or they simply give the guarantee, we say the choice of the people that will go as the MP. That is one. Secondly, because of district proportional representation, plenty MPs are not accountable to constituencies. They're only accountable to the political parties, because once they did at the list, it is how much they do for please the party rather than how much they do for please the voters. Because at the end of the day, the voters, they vote only for the political party symbol. They know they vote for individuals then. Now the party symbols and they vote for. So, it is more of parties' representation than the people's representation. Now what they see with this form of proportional representation, we then give it so. And then they also say proportional representation, they lead to inclusivity. But we see, the 2023 district proportional representation, they exclude all other political parties, but the APC and the SLPP, because now the only two parties in this will get the capacity, forget that amount of threshold, where they put winner 11.9%, which was very high for smaller parties them or parties that we can just run for come out. So all of this, and they also they say this argument about women representation, 30%. No. First past the post can still guarantee with that. We can decide, say, as a country, would they reserve certain seats then for women for giving more than that number this. And we can make sure, say, we do a quota system, we go be enforceable, we go ensure, say, women are able to go parliament more than how we even do them for the proportional representation. So these are all reasons that we don't profile for support the first past the post. And the one argument also we will see when we make now this argument about the fact that it reduce violence. The 2023 elections, now one of the most violent elections we don't see in this country first. Now the only election this way we see state security then go to political party office, then directly shoot and kill person. Now the only election this way we see then go burn political party offices, then grab polling agents in certain districts and say they're not for day for watch over the election. So the issue of violence not based on the type of system we'll get. Not how we manage the system and how we implement the electoral process when I one area that the way we feel say also as citizens we for focus.
When we national executive chairman get that information, we send them to we all and we discuss them very robustly. Now we WhatsApp forum and we get an idea of what all man want. The overwhelming response now before say we want a voting system where they allow we for make we get a significant say in who they go represent with chiefdom in our parliament. And we just feel say the first past the post system now give a much better chance because the PR system now the party leader them we not even in our chiefdom where they go sit down at the district or other side we will not get no influence over. Now then they select that, now then they make that a list. Ideally, if we get enough money, Salome get enough money, before them party they elect, they appoint a candidate. Therefore, make people vote among the people who want for TINAP for that party day. But we don't get that kind of money in a salon. So the party then get for select one way or the other. And we feel say the first past the post, about the bad tale, we must get one person come out from that chiefdom day from our constituency. And whoever they select them, that person they, if you not listen to chiefdom people, they still get for live among we. So we get a little bit more opportunity for get influence over what they say and do because now they go represent in a parliament than the PR system.
To me, I would say the PR system, the proportional representation system of governance or elections, not in good for this country. Because they bring one World Cup, and they bring the last vote safe na sama have been do then say we go hear them voice them, they will make the all people's Congress party or other sports party they were serious, will also get votes and sit in a parliament or in the council. It will also reduce the cost because all them by elections when they always happen, when they spend too much money back then. But when they happen now in the PR system, now that they pandal stay no more now. If that person don't die, or they don't sack up, or they don't misbehave, or they don't do anything dishonorably, at least they go lost that city. Would I ever did that next city, that will go. But everything get advantages and disadvantages.
Firstly, we underline say any election wey they conduct it will be free, fair, transparent. That's the we underline now. 2, based on the consultation, majority say they want the PR system, but there should be an amendment of the PR system. Which are the amendments in there? 1, we don't want a closed list. We want an open list. Wherein community people, constituency people go see a vet, go tell political parties and not believe say this individual will perform, remove this individual and name for the list. So we want an open list. 2, we want a system where they give youth, persons with disability and women opportunity in various stages of government. For instance, they don't recommend say the list where political parties they submit. The first name for be somebody when a youth. The second one for be somebody when a woman. The third name for be somebody with persons with disability. By that, you will get all of them groups a day for come into decision making. Mark you the Truth and Reconciliation Commission recommendation on youth. It's up for 10% quota. With PR system, you can achieve that. It also the disability people that don't they push for quota. With PR system, you can achieve that. We also don't talk say when the election done, you look at Western area, you know most person honorable Naya, divide them by zone. Say from this area to this area, you honorable, you cover here. So when people that want to discuss, then go know that for discuss with. The same for local council. If this local council now Wilberforce, the Western area, assign them. Say you cover Wilberforce and Longbridge, you cover here and yonder. So people go know for local development who that for talk to. We don't want an electoral system where expensive, where violent, where they give the winners take all. We don't want it. We want the one they create platform for smaller party them for going to governance. This is why we say for lower the threshold of the quota, let there be a lower threshold other than this 11%.
We prefer the PR system, proportional representation system, because we believe say no system, no the way perfect. One, it depends on how transparent the elections processes then go, how sincere the people then we conduct the elections then become. But the PR system, now one of the best systems then, where this country, we are available. You see, we then say politics now both science and art. So the science now in our elections. So how we do reform that science day, where it go, the result, how it come up, how the process could be managed for let you get better outcome. Now in the PR system, it is GUI, unlike the other one. In don't get reform, Panam. Unlike the PR in you, they're able for reform as they go along. And we chose the PR for specific reasons. One, this country in a divided society. The fact that we don't go to, we go fight war. You know, people then they deny, say, oh no, we know a small country, we're all there together, we left this. But no, we are a divided society. So after the war, we realized, say, even that division, they became even deeper and it come out. How we go mend them? How we go bring this society together? And we think, say, the flashpoints them now during election time. We get it's SLPP stronghold, where APC not for venture goodie. You get APC stronghold, where SLPP not for venture for goodie. They think that how we go reduce that tension, they eliminate them. We're not going to be able to do them overnight. But if we get to design a system where we go begin to reduce the tension small as we go along, give it the next 10 or 2-3 cycles of the elections there, so you see that tension go drop. Now so societies are made. Nobody, no one solution to their society problems then.
All right, thank you very much. Well, diversified views there from Sierra Leoneans on the subject matter, which of the preferred electoral system we want, first past the post or district block proportional representation. Now, into the second half of the show, let me take some of the segments. And let's start with sports. For that, let me join Mohamed Tobi Kagbo.
Good afternoon and welcome to your Monday edition of Sleek Sports Updates. We come to you now the Today Show. Inside the sports update today, we all know say over the past years, it don't be really difficult for level for trade players out of the country, and most times we can spend a lot of cash, especially people in where gets football club for trade them players now overseas. But one of Sierra Leone leading non-governmental organization we basically look at sports, particularly football, when a Football for a New Tomorrow fans decide to organize this open trial for players between the age of 16 to 17 as they get them partners. Now Denmark, we're ready for facilitate a move for any of those players who will get the opportunity for be selected in this trial. Inside this trial as well, we get a host of high-profile coaches, including the former head coach of the national team, Amidou Karim, and currently Bantal FC coach Musa Jallo, and Buba, we also the parts of the FC Cologne technical team. These are the well-experienced coaches who are the part of this project in order for select the best players who go trade in football career in Europe, Africa, or some partner Asia as well. But for can tell you more about this project, we can talk to Mamadou Atoba, we are the project coordinator for Football for a New Tomorrow. And after that, we will bring to you updates on the Women's Africa Cup of Nations as we don't get to be 4 semi-finalists. Ghana, Morocco, Bafana, and of course, with the all-long booked in sports for the next phase of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations semi-finals. And of course, a very high tension now in the Leon Rock Premier League as FC Cologne, they're behind Bantal with a points difference as we got 6 more games for go. These are all the parts of these sports updates this afternoon. But let me talk to Mamadou Atoba now, the project coordinator for Football for a New Tomorrow.
You look at the expectation of the young players we see. What the prospects we see around youth football, because this is something we are really paramount about as an agency. But do you think with this, when I don't get, you don't feel convinced now that there is a headway in terms of youth football growth or youth football development?
Well, yes, we own perspective. That's what we look at. Well, nationally, it's not going that way because Nasalia they select youth players from the provinces to Freetown. People are taking a different clubs so that they get them. You understand? National team under 15 go play. Next year, a different under 16 go play, under 17 players and go play. We will need continuity. You understand? We continue today, we get cups of players. We go develop for kind of national team. Yeah. You understand? You get consistency. But honestly, right now, at the moment, as we say, all things scatter, nothing not in order. So me don't come inside, at this point in time, for instance, say, I help them boys apply and trade in Europe. Not only helping them apply and trade in Europe, also building them, for the national team. Because to be honest, we're going to forget a better national team in the future. But with the kind of crisis where they go on, so I don't believe, but with we support, from this agency, we ensure say at least the young boys say, not only when they go Europe, we left them there. We need to monitor them back side and day. I go there, go see them, check on them, see the activities them, and engage them as well. Because that they help for the player at the level we want for the play. But we just send boys and left them and just abandon them. This is not. It's just the skill partner look at the players. I feel say they need for be well trained as a player. They're in and out of the field, and also they take that into consideration. It's very paramount, Out of the field, very paramount, very important. Because I make the player become a better player. Inside the field, just they can't you see them. But out of the field activities, they need to see them. Yeah. But you need to engage them in those activities. And just say like minimize most of them activities the way they engage and where they make it become, not become active. You understand? So me feel say we need to engage the players more. Like we don't go to players they host, check their family, see them. We don't do them before over 10, 15 years ago. So now continuity. Even taking them to Europe. Why they take them to Europe? I go find all of them. Whether they German, whether they Italian, any South day. Yeah. I'll go there time for make sure I engage them and see the output and talk to them and understand the mentality. Then with that you will get a sober players, one-minded player who can represent the green, white and blue.
And I'm Mamadou Atoba, the project coordinator for Football for You Tomorrow. Don't talk to me extensively the essence of this trial and waiting the envisage for Sierra Leone football. But this is all we will bring to you. We get the Women's Africa Cup of Nations as we don't see Nigeria go play against the defending champion South Africa. And of course, Morocco will play against Ghana. Ghana are a team where most people neglect out of the Women's Nations Cup. But now they're into the Final Four as they get 8 old players where last edition when Ghana be qualified for the Nations Cup. In the Europe Premier League, well, a very, very long marathon still there ahead as the Premier League board will pull out a press release for matches then will then be postponed and don't set new dates for the matches here where you go play now the Europe Premier League. Well, for this episode of today's show, Slick Sports Updates, Mina Mohammed Toby Kagbo, and all this will get for you in Saturday edition. Until we meet again tomorrow, have a wonderful day and keep watching Slick Television.
All right, the vibes on the things where they happen in our entertainment world, locally and internationally. Here is Big Daddy, the Conjopigos inside the Castanova.
You know, for the longest time up to now, you still don't even get the right one.
I bet you I can pronounce that. The Conjopigos inside the Castanova. Anyways, good afternoon, Big Daddy.
Yes, good afternoon, Patrick. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yes.
And Fambul, how na the do over there? Well, this now the entertainment segments here on the Slick Television channel 37 with me, Big Daddy. So let me get into what's happening. Of course, we know say Friday. Of course, yes, it was massive. So back at the chapter 1, we saw what happened when Famous be there on stage. Yes, why is the housemate thing be the go on, of course, the launching. But there was a statement where he make on stage, where they get the fans them talking up to now. It was bold enough, you know, for stand there and ask the DJ to stop. And they be like, you know, I get me lawyer in the building, you know, where they allow me right now for Lockman and up. The audacity. I mean, Black Leo guys were there, and we know what's in the happen between Famous and the Black Leo team. You understand? But anyway, let not be like say, I mean, they talk for Famous. Let me just watch the video, quick one.
Shout out to my lawyer. He didn't at the house tonight. Madiu, the guy where they make at the Lockman the mop. Any kind of rights now. Shout out to you. Alright? That's what it is. Housemates. Now one low picking them understand. Now one low picking and go with. So anybody where one low picking and go with violence, they put on in place. Alright? Famous say so. Winner. Here we go.
Anyway, welcome back. But Patrick, what's your take about that one?
You know, the Madiu way they Fatu, that was the Madiu where they represent LJ.
Mm-hmm.
Now that case where lock LJ, where LJ go prison for months.
Definitely.
So,
I mean,
and then the case where Famous the Fatu, it gets to do with against LJ in hardest rival.
Than a one when a cow in there in Bobo in two Bobo you know what I mean?
So you understand the play?
I tell you.
You understand the game?
I tell you. It was very insulting.
So there's legality. There's a legal ball rolling inside the entertainment industry.
Seriously, right
inside
now.
The music industry.
Seriously, right now. But anyway, Sha, we just hope say, I mean, this they're not going to come to another extreme end because we see how the streets can be like sometimes, and we see say in connection to that one day, Carl be really drop, you know, this song, of course, where it not be go down well at all. But anyway, moving on, new school artist Kita Boy, yes, Kita Boy recently paid a visit to the Kingmaker when a Speedo, and of course, after playing a recent, you know, track we're supposed for drop. Man, after Speedo listened to the track, he was pleased and he be promised and this. Let me watch the video, quick one.
I love you, oh my G. This something we can go.
as you can see, I'm already into the song, and guess what? What I can tell them about this particular track here, so we get to make them happy. Watch out.
I love this job. And I'm blessed with the person of this job. Thank you. You see, that what happen where you do a right job. So you see, say, as the song fine, speed waste no time. You decide for bless the young artist with a verse. What you supposed to don't pay for? I mean, don't become free for them right now. So big shout out to Kita Boy. We're waiting on this particular track. I see Patrick saved the bang, to the jam. You already don't fall in love.
To be honest, it was a marvel.
I'm telling you.
It was a marvel.
So your music is really taking another song, to be honest.
You mistake the song
for
being
say,
Nigerian. So
bam. That's it.
There's this other song, what's the name of this young man?
April?
April.
Owe.
Yes, Owe.
That
was also, most Sierra Leoneans initially they think in Nigeria.
Definitely, mistake that song, really.
But these newbies coming into the music industry, they transform and take Sierra Leone, comparatively to another level.
Definitely.
With Nigerians or other Africans.
Yes, Gepper really knows that Sierra Leone is a country we're full of talent. But moving on, of course, we have Mr. One. Yes, so this guy, his name is Mr. You Call. So You Call have a new song, Winner Energy. And of course, this song for drop on the 27th of this particular month. He recently done drop the snippet of the song. Let's check it out. We'll be right back.
Pull up. Many ginger with inside my body because energy don't need my body.
See no one look by. I go kill your sign. My eyes up, my front on. I take you as my blood. Why you dey beef me? Why you dey jealous me? Wetin I do? Call me now your one. Why you want me die? I say hold up. Bad energy, wake up, but you see I
That's it for, the young man, Mr. You Call. We're still waiting on that song, the full one, for drop anytime soon. And moving on, of course, let's talk about Ambrose. Yes, Ambrose is a TikToker, and of course, one of the finest when it comes to this TikTok scene. We're based in McKinney. Of course, they are attending at the Anes by Kroma College inside McKinney. But there is a controversy with around Ambrose in life. So recently, we see him signing out, of course, a ex-winner Nata go sign, be the first person for sign on, now it could be like university. And fans then take this thing to another level. Etaro, of course, where now a close associate where people don't understand really what they go on. Say social media bees, how people can turn them, forget the likes and all. But people mistake them. So after a video, people don't understand really what Ambrose be they talk about the relationship between him and Etta and why it is stop people let them left for course, because plenty of people they use abusive language at Etta because they feel like say now you don't can pull Nata inside the future. But this now what Ambrose they get for say and it won't let people stop really because it don't get enough now. Let me hear him.
Posted a video this morning, and I guess lots of people do not understand Creole. So what I was saying in that particular video, I was saying that Etta Mbuzia is not my girlfriend, she's my sister, in fact my older sister. So please guys, let this drama end. Thank you, love you.
Well, we've we've heard from the gentleman, so please do let it gamma stop. Anyway, Fambulem, that's why I go take time for Lefuna. This now we get for inside the entertainment basket. So till we meet again tomorrow, or now as it be, Patrick.
Why people will take Panadol for somebody else in a day?
I tell you, salon people and the wahala.
Want to make choice? Why you go cost for me?
That's right.
Whether no matter the relationship between me.
That's just even the in-law, the online in-law.
Online in-laws.
That's what they call them
now. I'm in life, I'm in love.
I tell you.
If I die, I die. If I love her. Anyways, thank you very much, Big Daddy, for the ENT review there. So now let's move on to advising you on your health. But often, like you say, for take the warming tablets, it's necessary within 3 months period, especially for picking. But what is the best way? How for take the warming? Let me join Paulina Bendu Samba for advice on how for handle the issue of worms.
Welcome to Today Health Tips. Today, we can talk about something when okay today inside people in mind. For take worm medicine. Yes, plenty people and they get worm inside their belly and no they even show. Worm can make you get belly pain, lose weight, always they feel tired, no get appetite, and even they make picking they know they concentrate fine at school. So what do we go do now? Take one medicine 2 times inside the year. That means say every 6 months. It go help for clean your system and keep your body strong. Picking them when don't pass 1 year, then self need for take them regular. It can help them for grow fine, get energy, and for do well in school. One medicine like albendazole or mebendazole easy for get na pharmacy or health center. Now just 1 tablet mostly and you no need food, but always follow wetin nurse or doctor go tell you. The best time for take am now when you not sick and when you know they take other strong medicine them. Always remember say, you for wash your hand before you eat, cook meat good one and keep your area clean. You belly need peace, no allow the worm steal you drink from you. Take your worm medicine serious. Tell somebody today, make themselves take care of them body.
All right. Thank you very much, Paulina, for that advice there. From listening to the experts in medicine to you now, it's good that you take this advice or these pieces of advice. Okay, so Mane go there shortly for bringing with the latest in the headline review. Shortly, Alhaji Mane, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Patrick, good afternoon, viewers.
But firstly, let me take you through with travel updates because you need this information for guide your trip to and or from Sierra Leone for tomorrow. So let's start with Askai Airlines at 5 a.m. We will leave Freetown International Airport and make stops in Accra, Ghana and Lome, Togo. It reach 8:45 in the morning. At 8:30 in the morning, Askai Airlines flight KP043 will take off from Banjul, the Gambia, and head to Freetown International Airport. It reached 9:10 in the morning before it continued to go Lome, Togo. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Askai Airlines flight KP022 go left Lome, Togo and make stops in Accra, Ghana and Freetown International Airport and reach Banjul, the Gambia at 4:45 in the afternoon. At 1:30 in the afternoon, Brussels Airlines flight SN243 will take off from Freetown International Airport, make stops in Monrovia, Liberia and land at Brussels, Belgium at 7:55 p.m. At 2:30 p.m., Kenya Airways flight KQ510/11 will left Nairobi, Kenya, stop in Accra, Ghana at 5:30 in the evening and reach Freetown International Airport 1 hour later, that's 6:30 in the evening. This flight will go back to Accra, Ghana and return to Nairobi, Kenya. For you to travel overnight, at 9:30 the net. Turkish Airlines flights TK533/4 will left Istanbul, Turkey, with stop na Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso before it reached Freetown International Airport 10 after 1 in the morning and continue to Istanbul 10 after 2 in the morning. That's 1 hour later. That I travel update for Tuesday. This time for help you travel for the smooth, and we wish you safe travel, safe journey. And from there, let me now look at some of the latest stories. We're on the, well, in summary of some of the latest stories, plus probably the release of the NPSC results today. Here is James Cameraman.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon. And so we want to go straight to the NPSC results. The Minister of Education, Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, Dr. Comrade Saki, may release today. On the board, you will see, on the screen, you will see the number of people that will sit the exam. Out of 128,766 people picking a receipt, now 78.2% picking them pass. And these are just a brief summary of the one they say in the process we scored the highest mark. Now Mansare Khadija Yahweh Joe, we come out from the daily nursery and preparatory school within Wellington. He scored 346. But how we arrived to the 78.2% pass. This is how we think the minister say when they announced today in our live broadcasting at the SLBC. They say now 171,000 picking them now they register for sit the exam. After that number, they say 88,494 now girl picking them and 82,618 now boy picking them. And then a total 6,000 increment of students them since last year examination. They say out of the number then people then we register for seat, say now only 165,341 students and then sit the exam. We mean say 5,771 that they be absent by the exam. And they say out of 128,766 picking them, now they meet, we sit the exam, that they meet the government passing mark. We're now 230. We make it total to 78.2% of people that we sit the exam. Now, we just mentioned, say, Masari, Khadija Yahweh Joel, Joe, get the highest passing mark with 346 from the daily preparatory school. We also get school them like, say, the International College of Makeni Primary School, a record 100% pass. We mean, say, 32.39 aggregate, average aggregate in the score. That means, say, the entire people that we sit from that particular school from Makeni pass the exam. And other schools that we make name in this 2025 NPSC exam. A minister mentioned, say, Romance International Academy, Model Academy School of Excellence, and other schools that we in Abo and Shalom Valley School. This is what the minister say. And congratulations to Madam Mansare Khadija Yahweh Joe. We scored 346 for this year 2025 NPSC examination. What do you make up of this?
Well, the government will tell you say it's an improvement in the score and an improvement in the record so far of the exams. However, we see the number of passes. Well, we compare the number of candidates who take the exams as compared to the number of people that we pass, then they want to begin ask questions. But congratulations, however, to all the picking and we sit the exams, especially the one that we pass the exams. Better luck next time to the one that we know for maker. Well, there's always a room for you, for let you join other schools, secondary. Because these days, it's kind of difficult for who is sit NPSC.
For you sit NPSC. And now the government will make it so much easier that it's a 230 now the passing mark. But my question where I see the get, where I see the performance, we to make over 5,000 picking no sit the exam. You know, it's very questioning. There's so much question around that. We lead to that.
These are the issues where they emerge. Even well, it started with WASC. Where over the last 2 years or so, we don't get this issue, primarily as a result of the negligence or or carelessness of the school authorities, the school administrators, either as a result of failure for submit continuous assessment results or delay in registering the Pikinere for putting the exams.
Yeah.
So these have been some of the problems, because you cannot blame the problem on the Pikin them, because the Pikin they attend school every day. What you require from them, and they deliver. The one that we don't meet them, but you cannot have a whole school omitted from the system.
No.
Whereas that has been the situation for the last at least 1 year now, this academic year, if not even the previous one. So you get dozens of schools that were left out of WASC and even NPSC. At certain levels, in fact, Beke. So you start questioning the efficiency of certain school authorities. But we hope along the line they will correct those wrongs and then stop for deprive the Pikin them from reaching that opportune stage there in the academic journey.
Yes, good. And I applaud also the minister in his speech. He say this year they make drastic improvements in the basic education of Pikin this year. Imagine over 6,000 increments of students them as considered to last year. So it's a great one. Congratulations to the ministry, and continue the hard work. And the one for CCA, these irregularities will happen or to make the Pikin not sit over 5,000, and how that can affect them, make them for resolve them as quick as possible, and make that safe up in again for the next coming examination next year, NPSC. So we take another one. The Sierra Leone Civil Aviation may publish a press release where we find for make we get to the public.
Yes.
This come out from the Director General, Monsieur Barry. He say the Sierra Leone Civil Aviation Authority wishes to inform the public that it is aware that SN Brussels flight SN 1241 scheduled to depart Brussels on Friday, 19th July 2025 at 12:30 p.m. was delayed by 24 hours due to unforeseen technical issues. Passengers affected by this delay who believe they were treated unfairly or who have caused concerns are kindly encouraged to contact the SLCAA Consumer Protection Division on 8122 toll-free line. The SLCAA remains committed to ensuring that all air travel in and out of Sierra Leone meets the highest standards of safety, transparency, and accountability. Now the word that so if you meet for Kawit Air Brussels on Friday, and you know say you be delayed, and I may get information say some of the passengers they may go for sleep on the bare floor, you know, and that's a serious concern.
In other situations, I remember at one time, the flight was delayed by I think 1 hour. I think it was it Turkish Air? Was it Turkish Airline? Or I think it was Turkish Airlines. By at least 1 hour, they served us a sumptuous meal. That 1 hour. And they almost go and go lodge in our hotel for sleep day force, say that 1 hour day. But after certain consideration, they say, well, no, Lord just limit them to the sumptuous meal. I be the wish for like go lodge and the hotel I go sleep small. Wait till the flight take up. But rather we not see that happen.
No, we not see this happen. I say for like go to the office and go report and make it concern.
Maybe sumptuous meal, maybe some financial reward or whatever.
Compensation.
But it goes beyond that. What if somebody be the travel on an emergency for go meet up a conference or a meeting and it be dependent on that flight day, that very moment.
Very flighty for God.
So there would have been very big problem where you don't cause for that person in travel or that person in appointment where perhaps you could already fix. So these are the disruptions more or less about traveling when not to your own time. Even at your own time, not to you in the motor car, not to you in the engine, it can occur at any point in time.
Yes,
especially during the weather period, this weather we'll get right now. Don't rely absolutely on your time and schedule. So if you're able, book at least few days, but again, you have to do within your budget. because it all depends on the budget as well.
Indeed.
I say
the budget.
Yes. We say pockets able and
so if light left you, go know for do next if you get enough budget. Anyway,
Yes.
so we get a lot for now, as I say. So we look at tabloid now. We want to see what's in the papers and get for we. We get the Global Times newspaper. The first headline story reads: say EDSA rolls out a low-cost electricity meter installation in Waterloo. And we get the main bad and headline story. Africa reports interviews VP Jude Charlo. We have broken records in reducing maternal mortality. This is the quotes the Vice President of Sierra Leone. Also say UNFPA present eight country program documents. We have a very interesting story where you go find at the Global Times newspaper.
It's rolling out low-cost electricity meter installation at Barcelona.
Yes.
I remember when McKinney, when the electricity installation took place in McKinney, this was also the same, McKinney and Maboka as well. This was also a similar initiative that was taken to the people. Say, give them low-cost meter. But remember, not just one of you to get them. The amount of top-up we get for depend on the consumption that you use or your business premises. Again, is this a system that is tamper-proofed, where sometimes the people not going for bypass them? Even where they roll out low-cost meter, is it a tampered-proof meter? So people get to ask all of these questions, which at this point in time, we're not able to establish it. We're not able to get such system where they prevent people from bypass or manipulate this problem. Yet, as a result, we get EDSA complaining this same problem almost on a daily basis, that people they tamper with the meter, bypass electricity, and then crook the system and wreck them payments to the independent power producers like Capowership, Transco, CLSG, and the likes.
Yeah, sure. So for me, I think the initiative is in place. If only they can continue for at least abide by them and see they stop the electricity theft, because when you get low cost meter installation, it means say you want for everybody for affording your meter. Make you not go and catch for light for all our person go to go light where you know say being in the proper, and that's okay. So we take the final pick for today. Yeah, so we get the Premier News newspaper. It say no borders, no limits. Babadi pushes for a transparent SLAFA. Say UNFPA rolls out 8 country programs. We get another story, say Sierra Leone's fight against Lassa fever. Progress. Okay, so we go draw the cutting down of today's headline review. Continue for stay tuned, because we're ready for give you the actual and proper news and clarity on everything we talk about now. We bring the program come to you. Me name James Kamaramane.
And that's why we will take time in today's edition, this Monday edition of the Today Show, the first day in this week. It's been a quick and very pleasant day, but rainy, cats and dog in some parts of Freetown and some other parts of the country. Thank you very much to we guest them earlier in the show, and everybody who don't take part in the show. You will take time for watching. Thank you very much. We're here for you. Thank you also to the production team for putting this show together. Until we meet tomorrow for a fresh edition, good evening. My name is Patrick Salia.